In this video, I am going to describe a public place that needs improving, and I will say where this public place is, what it is like, why I think it needs improvement, and how it could be made better. The first place that comes to mind when thinking about this question is my local swimming pool. It is located in my hometown and it desperately needs updating. I'm not entirely sure when it first opened, but I'm guessing it was over 50 years ago because it is now outdated and shabby. There are a number of things that require improvement. First of all, I would say that the changing rooms are not only tiny, but also filthy and with showers that do not work properly. Secondly, the swimming pool itself looks unhygienic because it has mould on the side of it. In addition to this, there is a cafe area where they used to serve drinks and food, but now it is just a vending machine with cold drinks and snacks. This used to be a great place for socialising and hanging out with your mates, and now it is somewhere that hardly anyone uses. As well as all the things I've just mentioned, I think another thing that could be added to this facility is a fitness suite. There is a huge demand for fitness equipment, and it would be great to work out and then go for a swim. Obviously, for all this to happen, it is going to require a great deal of investment, and I do not know if anyone wants to invest in this dilapidated swimming pool. Sadly, these days, everything is about profit and not about serving the community. If this public facility was improved, then the health and fitness of the local community would improve as a result, and this would possibly help to tackle problems such as heart disease and obesity. So it's good to know what your opening sentence of your Part 2 answer is going to be, and this is a great one. The first place that comes to mind when thinking about this question is, you could always say the first thing that comes to mind. Often candidates say that comes to my mind. We don't say that in English. It's just that comes to mind. It is located in. This is useful for describing places, talking about your hometown. Very useful. It is located in or it is situated in. It desperately, this means urgently, quickly. Updating means to bring it up to date, to improve it. I mentioned this in other videos. Don't say it opened in 1994. Just remember to say, I'm not entirely sure when, and it means I don't really know. I'm guessing is another way of saying I think. Good words here to describe things that are out of date. Outdated. Shabby. This means it looks very tired and worn out. In your Part 2 and Part 3, if you can think of it like a mini essay, you need to get some discourse markers in there to give it structure. So think of, there are a number of things, and then you've got your first of all, secondly, so you're structuring your answer. We're saying it's not only tiny, but also. Tiny means very, very small, and filthy means dirty. Unhygienic means dirty that it might cause disease. And mould is what grows on bread if it hasn't been eaten for a week or two. It's the green stuff that grows on bread. In addition to this, furthermore, moreover, additionally, remember to use your discourse markers. I always remind my students to use used to serve, used to be. It just shows you have a bit greater flexibility in your use of grammar. A vending machine. This is an automatic machine that you put money into and it gives you snacks or drinks. Hanging out with your mates. This is a great idiomatic expression, just means spending time with your friends. As well as all the things I've just mentioned, this is a useful phrase to bring in near the end because you've already listed lots of things and you're saying, I've got another thing to say. Could be added. Another thing that could be added. By learning this phrase and using this gives your answer some structure, but it also uses a modal passive. A fitness suite is another way of saying a gym. A huge demand for. This is very useful for writing and speaking when lots of people want something. To work out means to do exercise in a gym. Obviously, very useful word when you're going to say something that's obvious. A great deal of investment. Very useful for IELTS writing as well, because often you talk about things that need money. And it's much better to say a great deal of investment than this will need a lot of money. Dilapidated. This is a very complex word, meaning run down, dirty, out of date. Sadly. Another way of saying unfortunately. IELTS candidates just use the word nowadays over and over again. You could say these days instead of nowadays. Profit, making money. Serving the community. This is also a very good phrase for IELTS writing, something that serves the community, meaning it's useful for the community. Here we've got passive, was improved. And we've got a conditional sentence here. If the public facility was improved, then the health and fitness of the local community would improve. So it's talking about an imaginary situation. This is a collocation. Collocations are words that we put together to tackle problems. And it means to deal with the problems. Heart disease and obesity, very useful complex words that you can put into IELTS writing as well if you're talking about health and fitness, eating. Obesity means the state of being severely overweight. Hope you found this video useful. Try and learn these important words and phrases. And try and answer your own Part 2 topic now on a public place that needs improving, but try to use complex language. Thanks for watching.